for my next guest, my buddy, my Pro Football Hall of Famer, my NFL Game Day morning compadre. It's the other version. Michael Irvin here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Michael?
Rich, I am stupendous. Stupendous. I mean, I'm better than splendid. I'm better than super. I am stupendous. I'm coming up with words. I'm so
Stupendous.
Happy today. What are
I'd
we
like that.
talking about, Rich?
we should
Serious?
we should trademark that.
Yesterday, altogether, though, Rich, this must have been a great show for you guys today.
Yes.
Because you had the Anthony Davis shot,
Yep.
Last second. The Cam Newton tackle, last second. I mean, the overtime Kansas City Chiefs game, last second. And, of course, the granddaddy of them all.
Oh, wow.
Which is America's team coming back 20 down at the top of the game. It was insane. What a great day.
Well,
what a great day.
I mean, so much so that, we've hardly touched upon Anthony Davis's last second shot, which we will. That's why we got another hour and a half of runway here. And we did, slightly touch upon Justin Herbert getting that emergency start and almost beating the Chiefs, who needed overtime and 3 swings at the leg from 50 yards out from their place kicker to win. But I guess let's settle in on Dallas. Why? I mean, I guess there's no pictures in the standings, but there's no concern out of you. It's all stupendous when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, Michael.
No. There are concerns. I'll start worried about the concerns on Wednesday when we start working on the next week. But right now, given the alternative, where it was, I watched that whole game, Rich. I stood up in front of the TV. I couldn't even sit down. I tweeted earlier, what is this mess up on my TV? You see what I mean? I didn't know what that was going on. I was like, oh, my God, a game of this magnitude and this, how they come, not even prepared, where a guy's punching the ball out. And you saw him do it to one dude. Now, you should be making love to this football when you get it. Don't you ever let her leave your arms. You saw him, and you're going to let him punch the ball right back out of your arm? Oh, it was insane, man. It was insane. But I say this, Rich. The way that game went down may be the difference of all. Even if the Cowboys went in and put up 40 points and hadn't made all those turnovers, and say, since they gave them 20, it would have been 40-29 or 40-19, instead of 40-39, because the Cowboys gave them 20 points up top, even though that offense was moving up and down on the field on defense. They go and beat them 40-29. It's not the same thing as beating them 40-39 after you spotted them 20 points. A game like this can perpetuate you in the greater things rest of the season.
I mean, Dak 34-47, 450 yards. I mean, 3 touchdowns. That is a significant stat lines. Three runs as well. I mean, like that is he accounted for 4 touchdowns, Michael. So
right.
Is this it? I mean, is this the moment that we are going to start talking about Dak like Lamar and Kyler and
Rich,
Patrick Mahomes?
On the show yesterday, we talked about that. Well, when we asked, what do we need? What does Dallas need to do? I said, I'm putting it all on Dak. It's all on Dak. I knew Atlanta's offense was going up and down the field. I had to put the pressure on Dak. Came back and said, I'm going to have 6 receivers go over 100 because those 3 guys they had played great, and they did play great again. Can't believe Julio missed that touchdown. I know. But I know I guarantee I know what was happening with that.
What was happening with that one? I'm sure Falcons fans want to know.
A couple of things. See, you're not getting the ball. That ball wasn't thrown from his quarterback, and the ball thrown. Balls have different spins on them, man. And because you watch it, and when he looked up. When he looked up, he was fading away. He started fading away. Why is he fading away? And this is what guys do. When you look up sometimes and that ball get lost in the stadium or get lost in the lights, you're kind of fading because you don't know which way it goes, and you're waiting on it to show again, and then you reach your hands out and grab it. I say he must have lost that ball. That's the only reason he was fading away. He was fading away to give himself many more areas to catch because the ball's on the other side. I can see that and run to it as opposed to spin around and have to catch it on the other side. So you start fading when you lose it in the light, and then when it drops out the light, you try to grab it and snatch it. But whatever happened, I don't wish on a man dropping balls, but that had happened. I was quite pleased. Quite pleased. I love Julio, but I was quite pleased because that would have put a nail in the coffin.
What do you think is going on in the Atlanta locker room today? What's happening today?
Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, but that it's total shock, because you already felt the pain when you lost that Super Bowl. And you said to yourself, each man, when you went back in that locker room and looked at each other, looked in each other's eyes, you said, this will never happen again. I guarantee you it'll never happen again. It just happened again. Granted, it's not a Super Bowl.
Of course.
But it just happened again. And I guarantee you they're sitting in there like, oh, my God. And here's another one of those games. That's one of those games that when you go home, when you get back home and they get back to Atlanta, there's no one falling asleep. The only way you get rest is by pass out. There's no voluntary falling asleep. This must be the pass out. Because your mind is not going to let you stop thinking about what you just did and how you just let that game get away. And, oh, my God, we're 0-2 in the season. Your mind won't let you stop. So the only way to sleep is to pass out. That means, pass me a vodka cranberry, and when you see this one get halfway, pass me another one. Just pass it until the pass out. Let me get some rest that way, because that's the only way you calm your mind.
Michael Irvin here on the Rich Eisen Show. And I imagine, I've never really asked you this question. I don't know what it would have come up, but I imagine you've spent some time on a hands team in your career. And what in the hell was Atlanta thinking of watching that ball spin for as long as they watched it spin? Did they think it wasn't going to go the 10 yards so they could just, like a bunt that they thought was going to go foul and it stayed fair? I mean, don't they know that you could jump on that ball at any point in time? You don't have to wait for it to travel 10 yards? I mean, what was that about? I mean, seriously.
You saw 81, all of them like, back up, don't touch it. Back up.
Like, what? Why? Like, go grab it.
When they were doing it, I promise you, and I love them. You know I love them. I love them, but I surely said, oh, my God, this is a Leon Lett moment. Oh, my God. Like, they don't know the rules. Instead of, I don't care if you kick that ball out of bounds. I don't care what you do. You just get, why are you getting away from it? You have from 0 to 9.9 yards. The 10th, they're going to jump on it. You got all that time. And the ball was going slow. It wasn't like it was a wiggle, like a bounce.
Right.
So you're afraid to jump on a bounce because you don't know if you're going to grab it or if it's going to bounce out of your hands. When a ball's spinning on the ground like that, you curl around it. You could have done that at 5 yards.
Right.
You could have done it at 6 yards. Could have done it at 8 yards. But they were backing everybody up, and that thing just kept on spinning. And then it hit the little turn. And, oh, my God. I just, hey, man, Rich, I almost blew out my home office and all these cameras in here.
Yep.
I was falling, tripping all over the cameras because I was going crazy. It was insane, man. That was a great comeback. I'm telling you that I believe will propel the Cowboys this whole season.
Michael Irvin, a few more minutes left with him here on the Rich Eisen Show. Another item that we discussed at length during NFL Game Day morning, the 4-hour pregame on NFL Network on Sunday, was you saying Cam's going to have to throw it. He's going to have to throw it at some point. And we were, and everyone agreed. But it was infused with some doubt, wondering how Cam will look and this offense will look throwing.
Yes, it was, buddy.
Oh, my God. Did he throw it on Sunday night? He's back, correct? Like, this is Super Cam is shown up in New England. We don't need to wonder, correct? That's official.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The best Cam has shown up. Is who? That's the guy that showed up in New England. And I love what I heard yesterday. I heard where they were asking him about. He said what drew him there, and this is brilliant because it's real. What drew him there was not the idea of replacing Tom Brady, but the idea of playing with Bill Belichick, or playing for Bill Belichick. Like, I just got to go get that guy. Let me go get that guy. That guy right there, he has the Midas touch. He can fix everything, fix anything. I just got to get to that guy. And that guy will bring the best out. And on his Instagrams, it was all, oh, y'all don't believe, you don't believe, you don't believe. And then he comes to New England, and they make him a captain. So you knew. They were, they believe in me in New England, and I'm going to show them how much I appreciate it by throwing my body around everywhere. Now, how long that will last, I don't know. But, yeah, the real Cam, he's back, man. And they look good. That was a great game last night.
Amazing.
That was a great game.
That was great. And
N'Keal Harris showed up. I mean,
okay.
I knew. I talked about that. I said, Cam's going to go outside. And N'Keal Harris, even if he couldn't get open on the first turn, he's going to have 2 or 3 more turns as Cam moves around and can get him the ball. And, I mean, he showed up. I mean, Julian Edelman, we're used to what he does. But for N'Keal Harris to show up like that, that was big.
DK Metcalf, though, too. I know you love big physical receivers. I mean, with the defensive player of the year, reigning defensive player of the year, basically traveling with him the entire night. There was quite a battle. I think you even might have tweeted about it with him and Gilmore on the sideline.
You better believe I did, because you saw
that.
He was not. That boy wasn't having it, Rich. He wasn't having it. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. He was not having and Gilmore was trying to intimidate him. He was trying to bully him. I'm going to bully this young guy. I got him. He's a big guy, but probably soft. But DK wasn't soft at all. I saw it in Gilmore's eyes like, this is a big joker. I've seen that look in DB's eyes before.
Right. I know, man. And he was just one of 5 guys who caught touchdown passes from Russell Wilson, who's really making it work. So the next team that's got Russell Wilson in front of them next week has their hands full. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, boy.
It's your Cowboys. Ah.
That's why
I know you want to wait till Wednesday. Now I know you're like, I'll wait till Wednesday to try and figure out what the problems are. Now I'm putting 2 together.
We'll
baby.
move on that Wednesday, because that's going to be a booger bear going in there. But this game is what I'm talking about.
Right.
Can propel you. When you do this, you can carry this. The aroma of coming back stays in your nostrils all year long. So when you go to Seattle and you're down, hey, we've been here before. Let's go. We've been here before. All we got to do is believe. We can get this. That little belief, that little belief will dictate that effort. I always talk about hope dictating effort. That little belief will give more effort from them, and it'll give them a chance. And remember now,
yes.
The 12 aren't there.
Oh, yes. No, I know. And so we're talking about let Russ cook, but you've got the aroma of comeback in your nostrils from week 2.
Yes.
And it lingers. The aroma of like one of those smells in your kitchen that you open up the windows, you don't want to get rid of that aroma. You just let that marinate in the nostril and the nose gate. You let that marinate in your nose gate and let it travel to your heart gate. Right, Michael?
In a sensual sense, where what I mean by that, not being sexual anyway, but I'm saying it will turn on the sense of the comeback. So it puts your senses back. Oh, we can come back from this. So that aroma stays with you.
Yes.
And they will need it. They will need that.
The pheromone of comeback is on the Dallas Cowboys. I love it.
How do you think that thing happened when we call people the cardiac kids or listen, Denver's going through it right now. You don't think Denver's in the locker room saying, we've been here before. We've been here before.
Oh, the Nuggets.
Telling all the Lakers fans what they saying. We've been here before because the aroma is still it's in them.
True.
They know that. That's what they're going to try to use to pull back on the Lakers. It's there. That's what I'm telling you.
I like it. So it's not just football. It's any sport. It goes to any sport, the aroma. Oh, this is fantastic.
Well, those kind of comebacks. You do 2 series back to back, you come back from 3-1 with nobody. That
matter.
kind of comeback.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. That stays with you for a while.
All right. Before I let you go, ask the poll question of Michael Irvin. Chris Brockman, go for it.
All right, Irv, who is in the most trouble after 2 weeks? Eagles, Falcons, Texans, 49ers.
You choose one. That's right.
Boy, Eagles, Falcons, Texans, 49ers. 49ers getting Kittle back now, even though they lost so much on defense. That's going to hurt. But they'll be in a battle. Texans, man, I'm worried about the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about the Cowboys' offensive line. I'm worried about the Eagles also. But I would probably lean towards, man, that's a tough one, dog. That's a tough one.
We ask it. That's what we ask.
I want to say Houston just because they're seeing what DeAndre Hopkins is doing,
right.
And they ain't winning nothing over there. You know what I'm saying? But if boy, it's going to be hard for the San Fran to get back in it now that they've lost Nick Bosa. And I just said yesterday that I thought they would be fine, but you lose Nick and Solomon Thomas, and we don't know what's going on with the quarterback yet. And with the way they look in the West, everybody, then that's going to be tough. That's some trouble. Right?
Michael has settled on the 49ers, the only non-0-2 team in this choice. What are the results as they currently stand, Chris?
Eagles lead the way right now, guys, 41%. 49ers, 27%.
Yeah, I mean, Wentz did not look good yesterday again, Michael.
He did not. And now, but I'm the only thing there is, if he doesn't look good again next week, do we see Jalen Hurts? You see what I'm saying? And then that poll would be right, because now we got a collapse over there in the structure of what's going on. Because if Jalen Hurts come in and plays well, then yeah, that would be certainly an issue.
Well, I got to tell you, man, they're welcoming Joey Burrow in. Okay, so a second straight first overall selection, but the one that they just lost to is the one who's connected to Wentz because the Rams chose him over Wentz in the same draft. But here comes Cincinnati, and then they're at San Francisco for a Sunday nighter. And, you know, I know they just paid Wentz, and it's very difficult to sit here and say that he's done. That might be a very significant overreaction. But what we're seeing from the run pass threat quarterbacks, that Cam is now, you know, back at the very top, you have to say. Jalen Hurts has to be a consideration. You got to. For a kid who also has that gumption, that it fact. He's got the aroma. You know what I mean? He's got that.
Right. He has some money. He has some with him. And that's what I'm talking about. And Rich, and
right.
you know, listen, you know those Philly fans. If that guy comes in and they win 2 games in a row, anything like that, my God.
See ya. Exactly.
Oh, my God.
And that's why I might choose Philadelphia, too, because they do have San Francisco after Cincinnati, at Pittsburgh, home for Baltimore. And certainly with the Cowboys playing the way that they're suddenly playing after having that one thing happen very good for them yesterday, look out. Got to keep pace. Right, Mike?
Yeah, there's a lot that can go on there that can farther the issue. You know, and losing is going to amplify all of it.
Oh, yeah. By the way, last thing for you. Deion's the head coach at Jackson State. It's official. What do you think?
Now it's official.
It is.
And I'm so happy for him. I already announced it on his podcast. I was going to tweet out congratulations to him because I know, listen, man, I've been around Deion a long time, man. You know how important it is, how important those kids are to him. So to get an opportunity to get his foot in the door and be a head coach at the college level, and I'm sure he's got aspirations to move up. But yeah, that's a great start for him, and I think he'll do well because I think he'll do well in recruiting. You know,
no doubt.
Kids want to say, I play for Deion Sanders.
Damn straight.
They want to say that.
No question about it. And you know all the defensive backs there will know how to armbar somebody in a very crucial championship game. Right, Michael?
Yes, they will. Yes, they will know how to cheat, know how to get away with it. It's not just that you cheat, you have to get away with it.
Yes.
That's what Deion Sanders and Jalen Ramsey type people do. They're all from Florida State. Love you, Michael Irvin.
great spot as always.
All right, buddy.
We'll see you soon.
All right, good talk.
Right back at you. It's Michael Irvin. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.